Thursday out in Shirlington. I'm making sure I'm be the blackest person in the theater.
Of course, we're all going to be the blackest person in the
theater. Night
theater.
ass woman with me.
Can we do that? Can we do that?
What?
Can we
What's
talk
that?
about how excited we are about the Black Panther movie?
Absolutely.
I'm a comic book nerd.
Let's talk about it.
Let's do that.
Let's talk about it.
We're on?
We're definitely
Let's do
on,
it.
but if you...
Alright.
Hey, welcome to the Laundry Room once again. This is episode 3. This is technically the Valentine's Day episode. However, we're about to discuss the Black Panther. Next Friday?
Next Friday, really Thursday night for me because I'm a movie buff.
Yeah.
And a big comic book nerd. I cannot wait to see like Charlie do the whole thing there. So I don't know if we're gonna pull out the dashikis or what, or wait and see with the scarf round. Or...
I'm here for a dashiki and a fro and a fro. If I can get away with a fro on that weekend, I'm doing it.
How's somebody gonna see behind?
I don't know, but the big head's coming out.
Man, we
Personally, leather jacket, all black though.
We gonna
All
Rivertown.
black, exactly.
Exactly.
We going Rivertown. We going Azar. We going to see the movie. Courthouse, King Sound. I feel like we in the toga.
You know, for this movie, I absolutely wanted to do IPIC, but it's.
I don't know, they're showing there.
It is though.
It is?
It really is.
Yes,
They've been sending me advertisements for like
use the points.
A month.
Membership gang, use the points.
Hey, but realistically, I might end up at I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. As far as myself, like, because I'm a big Regal guy, might run down Kingstown because you know you get like the free popcorn, free soda when you spend a nice buck with them. I was thinking about the AMC stubs, but at the same time, I don't know. When I think AMC, I think Potomac.
You just reminded me that I got a free movie ticket, so I might use it on that. Just might use it on that.
What's the movie budget? What's the movie budget?
We're gonna go to the movie budget.
Because you know, you gotta pay for the snacks. You can celebrate the waters. You know,
big purse. All right, bet. So, like I said, I was thinking like Potomac Mills, but then again, I might go Little Africa since it's gonna be out there, so I might go Greenville. If I'm gonna go Greenville, I'm gonna go Little Africa. Yeah.
Little Africa.
Okay. Oh hell, might even what's the spot? Beltsville. Might even do Beltsville. So I'm going to do Popeyes real quick.
No, Laurel, the Laurel joint,
yeah.
They got the little recliner seats and all that.
Man, this is lit.
What movie theater nowadays
don't
don't have recliner seats though?
I know a couple.
I mean, of course, we're not talking about like Marlow Heights. We're not doing no one's doing Marlow Heights. We're not even. That's like the whole
Marlow Heights.
We need a gun got recliner seats yet.
Who?
I run the Mills. I don't think.
Yeah, even I did some movies in years.
I
I might even go to Annapolis for old
I want
time's
to pick
sake.
my seat. I want to know exactly where I'm sitting and be comfortable.
Possibly get a drink if you want.
You bringing the big purse? You bringing the big purse?
Oh, I bring the big purse with all the snacks and the candy.
Mailbag.
Boston baked beans are in there. Mike and Ike's.
What about a 2-piece dinner with the 3-day
I
drinks?
can't.
Who's going to Popeyes
All
before
I
they
want from
go
the
to
movies is popcorn, no butter. That's all I want.
When the movie attendant comes around and he
shining light in my face, I'm like,
they're gonna smell it when they come in the movie theater anyway.
Tuck it in the phone and you're gonna put it in the purse.
No, once you open that up, that's it. That's a closed environment.
that steam hit you before you punch.
Black people are very creative when it comes to doing something that they are not supposed to do.
Some Caucasian person will be like, oh my gosh, it's right in here.
Exactly, but I was next to a girl. I went to see some movie, and she had her own bag of popcorn in a Ziploc. Like, I was like, okay, sis, it's on. She was like, she's not doing it.
I end up
I'm not for it. I'm not for it.
If I end up at Lowe's Georgetown, I'm gonna go ahead and call up the window. Give me a 6-piece lemon pepper wet for $20 with the crispy fries, right? And make sure I get the Oreo shake probably from next door, the ice cream spot, or maybe Windows. I don't know yet. Get the two big buy one get one free bottle of water from 7-Eleven. I make sure my bladder empty though, so that's what I say, like 25 right there. So we're gonna go ahead, Shawty gonna want popcorn, so we can go ahead and get large popcorn, boom. Large refillable soda. Nah, she didn't do the soda, she gonna do the icy. You know what I'm saying? But then little boo, she said, she gonna want the nachos. So we're doing a cool 60-piece.
Yeah, right.
Plus tax.
They gonna do glass on glass.
I'm not.
Glass on glass.
I'm not.
They're gonna do glass on glass. So you know it's gonna be 3D IMAX. You know it's gonna be 3D IMAX.
No good. Y'all are wild.
I'm a Dolby Digital guy.
Was it over 60 or less than 60? Over
Cool 60 pieces. I gotta make that food move for the mail crate.
They about to get all the money up off us this next week.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure. They're
looking like a buffet budget.
Tickets is like almost what, 20 a piece nowadays?
And everything they throwing you, IMAX.
Not quite.
I hope we get some
13. But if you're going to a nice theater,
right,
like IPIC, like when I was getting ready to reserve the seats at IPIC, it was like $50.
What else is nice aside from IPIC is the question.
Huh? Everything else is second tier. Like
I don't know,
everything else is second tier.
I don't know. You haven't been out of Springfield Mall in a while.
Everything else is second tier.
I don't go to IPIC. I'm going to Courthouse.
I forgot the name of it. I said, yeah, you can sit down and eat. They serve, it's like a whole restaurant, and they show you the movie at the same time. I forgot the name of it though.
That's what's IPIC.
Okay.
Yeah,
everything
way
else
IPIC,
is second
they have it
tier.
in Baltimore.
If it's not
it's
like
an actual restaurant
and they'll show you the movie on the screen.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It's like
That's
the
dope.
IPIC, they serve you. You got a waitress and everything. Yeah.
What's your drink budget, I mean?
I'm bringing water.
You know no shower that like the lounge.
Water.
You know shower that like the lounge.
Stay woke.
just water.
The finest of Wakanda.
Essential.
Purest Wakanda water. You know what I'm saying?
So, speaking of finest of the water, let's talk about thirstiness during this Valentine's Day.
I mean, that's what we need to segue into.
As we segue into this, how many of us do not have Valentine's Day?
I mean, I have
I don't got nothing right now.
wife upstairs.
Whole wife, I think you're set.
How many of us are trying to make it out of the inbox by Tuesday?
Okay.
Out of the inbox.
Are you letting somebody be out the inbox?
Well, okay, help me out. Cause I'm not hip. I'm so.
We're old. Like,
I'm so.
I'll let him take this one.
Okay, so making
over
out of the
30,
inbox
but-
is preparing plans, engaging in plans, like having a set itinerary lined up for the 13th, 14th, 15th, the weekend beforehand or the weekend after. As far as making out of the inbox, designating like your Valentine or designating like the plans, or setting those plans, dropping that address for the
I
follow
have
through.
plans.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't like to announce things like that, especially when it's gonna be wrong. Yeah.
but hold on though. Let's establish what days are technically Valentine's Day, because you just rattled off a whole bunch of dates from like the 13th.
Listen. It's
Valentine's Day is on Wednesday.
Yes.
Is it a
Middle of the week.
Wednesday. Middle of the week. Okay.
Now, if you're going to lay the ball up, you're going on top of Sunday. If
you cannot
you're going all
do
weekend.
anything before Valentine's Day.
That's not true. See, like some people gotta work. It's the week.
Yeah.
Cool. That's fine.
So the weekend before.
The weekend after.
No, after it's too late. That's like celebrating your birthday after the fact.
You can't celebrate. Most people who celebrate their birthday. If your birthday is on a Wednesday, if my birthday is on a Wednesday, I'm celebrating Wednesday. I mean the Friday, Saturday, Sunday after.
Oh, and me, I'm like beforehand. I'm taking off Friday, Monday, Tuesday.
A new generation of cuffing season. You have simps that make a generous amount of money, but have a generous amount of corniness in their life. Meaning that the pay-to-play game is something that is also prevalent today. So you have guys who will go ahead and send the flowers on Sunday. Goddamn edible arrangement come Tuesday. Wednesday come, she's waking up to this, that, and the third, probably shopping for the teddy bear. Then you might have like an itinerary set up with like plans or travel move to President's Day weekend.
There's some guys like that.
Out there. I mean,
there's some guys like that. Most
I have something similar
most people
planned,
are just
but
showing
geez.
up with the flowers and candies and some type of arrangements for the day.
You appreciate
Really
something, you appreciate something that's like specific for you, like your taste, or do you want something traditional?
No, I like thoughtfulness more so than anything. Yeah, they mean more to
Like a
me
handwritten
than
note.
anything.
Go off the wall, that's CBS.
Something that you thought, like
Okay.
paid attention to,
Nice.
and more points for something I wasn't even thinking about, but I loved anyway. You know what I mean? Like I was like, oh, I did mention that 18 months ago, something like that. But yeah, so those things. So absolutely, I think the small things matter, and I think they should definitely be gifts that you like, not what is traditional. What everybody. I have a girlfriend. She says, "Don't buy me roses." Like every girl gets roses. Don't buy me roses.
So tell
you
me,
buy her
it's
her
official that
favorite kind of flower.
women between 20s and 30s women don't like flowers. They're not accepting flowers. They're not accepting flowers anymore. Is what you're saying?
No, that's not what I said. I said I have a friend who says, "Don't buy me roses."
That's
because
respect.
that's a traditional. That's what every woman's getting. Buy me the flower that I like.
Does she have the same energy with chocolate though?
No, this one's very particular, and I love that she's very specific about what she wants because you can't get it wrong if you've got a list. So, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's say she like Reese's. You feel me? You get her Reese's.
You gotta get king size. Gotta get king size.
No, Reese's they do this every year, yo.
So, flowers and candy is still a thing?
Flowers and candy is still a thing.
I
I flowers and candy like
address game.
But look, this is what you do. Give her flowers and candy on like May 8th. You know what I'm saying? Like a random date. You feel me?
That's, I think, more of my style anyway.
Yeah. Throw her off. Just have it on the bed when she come home. Like, oh my God. She be like, I was having a hard day at work. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying?
I probably
I think she'll appreciate that more because it's
not celebrating Valentine's Day at all.
Honestly, I think it's a overrated holiday.
So, one of my favorite TV shows is a show with Tim Allen called Last Man Standing.
I remember that.
And on the Valentine's Day episode of that show, he was like, well, I don't do anything on Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is just a regular day. So the episode that they were showing, of course, he spent 20 years not doing anything for his wife for Valentine's Day. So he anonymously sent her a bouquet of like 50 roses to the house. And the whole episode they spent trying to figure out who the roses were for. He has 3 daughters, so they're all feeling like the roses are for them, but really it was him buying the roses for his wife. And he was talking to his supervisor, he was like, I am the only man in the world that can surprise his wife with flowers on Valentine's Day. Because I've never done it before. Kind of putting some of the, I guess, mystique and mystery back in the Valentine's Day. Like a shocker if it would be if a woman didn't get something on Valentine's Day.
Speaking of mystique, man, I want to take you something. How do you feel about surprise gifts? Like off the wake up, off the it came to my job on lunch break.
I think that's awesome. I like them. They're great.
Should they only be like? I'm assuming you're talking about edible arrangements.
Nah, that's just one of the multi-tiered ones that is just really like delivery friendly. It could be like Georgetown cupcakes or Postmates or even her favorite meal to her job. Speaking of those types of things, fellas, what is your budget for a surprise gift?
Surprise. It would depend on what type of surprise I'm looking for.
Okay.
I would say at least something about 25, 30. If it's something slight, you know what I'm saying? Like something real slight. Just real slight. Like I said, it just depends on like the goal of the surprise. If it's just like but it's like, let's say, I don't know, somebody you've been with for a while, right? And I guess you're trying to, I don't know, propose like an engagement or something too or something. Okay. You want to kind of go all out for that, you know what I'm saying? But it was just something like a Wednesday. You know, she might be having a hard week at the job or whatever.
$20.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This sounds like
$20.
She'll appreciate a handwritten note. She'll appreciate a handwritten note just at her desk in the morning.
And the chicken scratch.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot goes into getting all of that done.
But
there's a lot of moving parts into
I'm trying to tell you,
fellas,
like, I've
know,
done this
fellas.
before. You just get like a $2 card from the store. Get one of the joints on that like got like an empty space.
Okay.
Right.
And just
and you
right,
right.
You know?
Put it on the bed and you come home, it'll be there.
Yeah.
I don't know, fellas. I'm a big boy. I might have to go through the produce aisle for it real quick.
Hey, I've been there, bro. I've been there.
Pull up with the groceries for I don't know.
I've been there.
The groceries are cars, something cute, probably
they're
a
often.
pastry. I don't know, man. I'm the type of dude to pull up with a dozen CINNABONs right there, like.
Here's the thing about the flowers that I don't particularly like. The expression and the feeling that your significant other gets from the flowers is awesome. However, the flowers will sit there, and that's all they do.
And
is sit there.
Exactly why I've never purchased flowers.
And then
never.
A week later, they look like crap. Like no,
It's just for the moment.
Older, and I
am
still
not trying to
haven't
do
purchased
Why don't you
more
buy
flowers.
the plant?
That's pretty much been my thing probably since.
Because that you have to nurture and grow and pay attention to and care for and appreciate.
And that's
that you
something
receive.
else that like doesn't really happen for me. I bought poinsettias for Christmas. and they went to crabbing like a week. It was no different than if I had bought cut flowers. It was terrible.
What's the greatest thing that you received for Valentine's Day from a guy?
Guys.
You can be a
Come
main
on now.
guy or
You
a
guys
young
are,
guy or like.
Everybody has to share this experience.
No.
By the way,
No.
by the way,
No.
everybody has to share this experience. That was one of my questions.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yes,
Yeah.
it
Okay,
was.
you have to come to me. Like, I got to think about that.
Okay. We'll start off with you, Mr. Ice.
Oh, you're terrible. I'll start with my worst.
Ooh.
So we're doing worst and
Best and worst. Best and worst. So I had this discussion with my wife. If it wasn't last night, it was the night before. So I got canceled on at like the last minute. At the very last minute, I had made reservations at Old Epic Grill.
Oh man,
It
was getting to it,
Coach
wasn't you?
Gift. It
was
was
getting to it, wasn't you?
and was canceled on. Like canceled all the way on. But ended up with another date at the end of that night. The reservations couldn't go to waste. Like they really could not go to waste.
Robert Ray Jr.
I mean, I hope she never sees this video.
Well,
I hope she never sees it. Either one of them,
Well,
actually, I hope
either
one
one.
of them never see this video.
Oh my God,
anyway,
look at that.
but that
Oh
happened.
my God, Matthew, you lied to me. Who raised him? Who raised him?
I think I might have told her though. I think I might have told her that she was like I was counseling on.
You loved on me.
The reservations.
Who
Anyway.
got up at the last minute? That's awesome.
That's
She
the
got
accent
out
The
on
quick.
excuse
Ooh,
was
that's what the accent
the
on
excuse was the crazy part. Like she told me her
So which pet died?
her sister or cousin or something was going into labor. She was taking her to the hospital. I was like, all right, bet.
What?
That's all I can say. Like that's it.
What in the waist deep?
Really though. Best experience. For the purposes of this video
Thank you.
and
Exactly.
the audience of who I know is watching this video, it was my wife last year. It was a great experience. Pretty much what I have, the same as what I have planned this year, which
Why
we
you laughing?
pretty much
That's
already
good.
discussed. Home cooked meal, nice intimate evening. Yeah, very nice intimate evening. Of course, the gifts, the
We're gonna go ahead and
lingerie, all that
I'll
good
go
stuff.
next. So pretty much my absolute worst thing I've ever received for Valentine's Day was a still text message. I don't remember what stage in life I was at,
Happy V-Day.
but I know I'm worth much more than just several letters. The best thing I've ever received was a love letter. I was about age don't matter because I've received numerous love letters. I'm not about to dictate which one, but
You ain't that old.
just like just reflecting on it all, just the detail and the youth combined really intrigued me, more so impressed me. And just those two things for me, it's just really hard for me to kind of flinch mentally because growing up quick, I've seen it all. I've been around it all. I've always had people older than me, so it was like seeing romantic youth and just that thoughtfulness from a young woman is really tough for me. And like, it was tough for me to like really take in, like, damn, like, you really like went to work writing all of this. So
Thoughtful gifts are the best gifts, man.
I'm telling you, and like, of course, like there was no sexual intercourse, there was no like generic teddy bear or anything of that nature. It was just literally like a handwritten note.
Those are the worst gifts in the world. I'm sorry. I hate people who like them. I'm sorry. I like going in not Hallmark, CVS, Walmart, Target, and just the whole aisles of teddy bears.
Big bro.
And what's that? Russell Stover candy.
All due respect.
Come
I'm gonna have to stop you
on,
BJ's,
man.
I picked up a big old teddy bear around my size for like $80. I was about to buy it, but I forgot I couldn't make it out the inbox. Go ahead, Meek.
I work in Target, you know, you got to do all the stocking and everything. I was like, man, Valentine's Day, all this stuff.
Really though, like what is
you stocking
the
all this stuff? You
point?
stocking all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, you wanna go next?
No, you can go, sweetheart. Feel free.
My worst Valentine's Day? I never had a really worst Valentine's Day thing because I never really. My worst? No, I never got no worst one, nothing like that. I would say my best. I think I did something real nice, like set up like the hotel room with flowers, everything like that. And when I came in, she had a nice little like dress on, things like that. We exchanged cards and exchanged gifts and just spent the night together, got intimate, things like that. Like other than that, that's what I can think on top of my head right now.
I don't know, man. Valentine's Day for me is it's a transition. I grew up a big kid, went through puberty, and grew up a kid that ain't really like, I had girls like that. But then like, once I found that stroke in the range of the shot, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just throw on some Neo, throw on some Marcus Houston, and I just try to graduate out the inbox, graduate out the call logs, get the address dropped, and just set up a nice date budget.
Damn. It's real life.
Hey man, I take it really serious. I take it really serious. Really, really serious. And I'm in a space now where it's like, I feel that the woman that I want to like embrace Valentine's Day gifts from me, I'm in that space to like acquire her time. So I don't know, man. I got T-2 days to really see like what's gonna be what.
I mean, so the original question, and don't think I forgot about you because we're definitely coming back to you. The original question that I wanted to start this off with is Valentine's Day is supposed to be about love, right?
Yeah.
What is it? And partly why Lauryn Hill is playing right now. There's a skit on this album that talks about love that kind of spoke to me today, and I was supposed to play it like much louder at the beginning, but I didn't.
So another woman is your muse with their white phone, is what you're saying. So Lauryn Hill is your muse, is what you're saying.
Not really. The fact that it was Valentine's Day is the reason why we're having it.
I want to be like Star.
So no. Oh my God. So, are you gonna tell me? I need somebody to tell me. I guess everybody to tell me what love is.
On Valentine's Day?
Not on Valentine's Day.
But what love is?
What love is?
I don't know, man. Love is half cooperation, half thoughtfulness with a dash of affection. But that's just me. What about you, babe?
Love. It's literally like something you really can't verbalize in a sense. It's really like a feeling, a vibe. It's like it's something that like you I think you just yearn for. You appreciate, like you can just tell when it's there. You can tell when it's not. You can just tell when it's real. You can tell when it's not. It's something that you really shouldn't have to question or think about. It's just there.
All right. Okay. So I think without going too far, I think love is accepting someone for who they are, and loving them unconditionally through their good, bad, and growth. Right. I think it's friendship and two people coming together to build a partnership, to build like a foundation to build upon. I think love is awesome, but again, it's hard to put it into words because I feel like you can love people and that's awesome, but being in love, I feel is like a very spiritual connection and it's mental and all your senses are alive. But yeah, I think love is unconditional.
So I'll go to the, I guess the biblical definition of what love is, and love is God. God is love. I feel like every human has a measure of love, no matter how crazy that individual might be. They have some measure of love in them. Love is an action. Love is a noun, like something to be acquired. It's something that people spend their whole lives looking for. It can't be controlled. it cannot be controlled, and it's probably the biggest blessing that anybody can have in their life, man. People that love them. Despite it, I guess everybody on Valentine's Day is looking for that significant other, in their life to spend Valentine's Day with. But I still try to like make sure that I call my mom, tell her Happy Valentine's Day. Like anybody that I love, to make sure that they know that, look, man, I love you today. More like not necessarily because of the day, but the day is just a reminder to tell the people like that. So, yeah.
That's my question. Do you need a day to have to tell someone that you love or appreciate them, or?
I mean, if you're in a regular habit of it.
So why do we have Valentine's Day?
Because I think people need alright, it's because we live in a capitalistic, that's not the word I'm looking for. Capitalistic, is it?
That's the American
capitalistic.
tradition.
Capitalism. That's the word I'm looking for. All right. So, it's all about the gifts, buying, the telling somebody you love them part. It's what you're supposed to do every day. But the gifts just come out on Valentine's Day.
America capitalized on a specific day too.
Yeah, they do it all the time. Like Christmas
these capitalistic traditions that like we feel the need to kind of give into. Like think about the themes that you pretty much walk into when you go to these different grocery stores.
Yeah.
Like it's like America is the most easily marketed place. So to me, it's like I'm very romantic when it comes to women I'm dealing with. I remember the smallest thing about them, and I would think and bank on that, and they would come to something so nice and favorable. Like most recently, this girl I was dating a while ago, she left CINNABON, so she had a really bad day, and then next thing you know, popped with a bunch of CINNABONs. Another time, had a really long day.
Next time, just one. We'll go.
Hey man, catch you later. Another time, she had a really crazy day, long day at work, so like put the blindfolds on her eyes, kind of covered up her ears a little bit, like made her get in the passenger seat of her car, and went to Cheesecake Factory, and yeah.
So,
got her some cheesecake.
On the flip side of that, and I hope I'm not taking a dark turn. Mm-hmm. What happened with that?
I'm trapped in the inbox.
Oh, okay, got it. So, I guess segue into another question. What are pet peeves that you had and deal breakers? Not just surrounding like Valentine's Day, but just love in general. Dating.
Being trapped in the inbox.
Being trapped in the inbox, that's it?
Yeah, like with me, like, just a young woman who feel like they can't meet you halfway when it comes to communicating. Like, they act like they can't call and leave your voicemail or, hey, I thought about you, shot you a text. Like, they can't. It's like, just not meeting me halfway with the effort. Like, just this whole, like, false bravado and ego thing just gets really tiring. It's like, I'm very cognizant of the fact that it's a 3-to-1 ratio here. And with this 3-to-1 ratio, everyone got his shit together. It's a county chick, city chick, or a transplant chick here that, like, would love to be in that space to, like, really take that guy serious. So, like, I don't know. It's almost like effort is my deal breaker.
That's a pet peeve of mine. Is like, if I feel like I can't be myself, like I have to be able to be who I am around you at all times. Whether I can be, I can be silly. You know, we have intelligent conversations. I could also, just be passionate about, express something I may want to feel like. You know, it's usually as men, we kind of, they say there's something that's bothering us or something that we kind of like bottle and they don't really talk like that. But if you're someone who I feel like if I'm going through something, or if I got something on my mind, I should be able to call you and talk to you. And the same thing too, like I said, it's like 50-50 thing, you know what I'm saying? It's a 50-50 thing. You know what I'm saying? As much as somebody else wants us to listen, we want somebody to listen to us too sometimes.
Totally.
So I think my pet peeve is just if I have a sense of that I can't be myself.
I feel that.
But I'm just indecisive people. Like one, I don't like being asked the same question over and over again. Like, hey, are you thirsty? Oh, I'm good. You sure you're not thirsty? You really that, and then there's the, oh, do you want to go? Do you not want to go? Or maybe I don't want to go. Like, no. Don't make up your mind before you ask me anything, because if I say I'm on board, what I said is what I'm going to do. And now you've changed my plans, and I have to rewind myself and figure out what's going on. And then you come back to wanting to do it again. I'm going to say I don't want to go, but thanks for asking me. That I can't do. So just be certain about whatever it is, you're saying. Yeah.
That's mine.
And be yourself. I'm sorry. That's one thing. I can feel the fake. I can feel the mask. It's in the energy. Yeah. It's not real. And I can't connect with someone who maybe doesn't feel comfortable enough to like be themselves. Yeah.
That sucks. Because it's being in love, loving somebody, all that, it requires you to be yourself. If you're trying to be somebody else, or if you feel like you're trying to be somebody else, it's not love. I don't know what it is. Maybe infatuation, it may be lust.
Lust, man.
It could
lust
be a whole lot of things, but it ain't love.
Now.
Exactly. I think my biggest pet peeve probably is indecisiveness too. Particularly when you ask women this infamous question: where do you want to go to eat? Like,
please with
what?
That.
I'm not even
no,
This is ridiculous.
no.
My side
it
of
cannot be
like,
that
it is
many
real.
women that do not want to
It
know where to go eat.
It is real.
Why don't y'all just pick and just be like, let's go?
And then y'all might say, I don't want to eat there.
Exactly.
Why do you even give them the opportunity to be like they don't want to eat there? If you know she's not gonna want to eat there, don't go there. Like that meme kills me. Okay, like, oh, where we going to eat? Like, I don't care what we eat. Just take me somewhere to get food.
I'm glad you're that simplistic.
Hungry.
You're there. Not as many
only place I don't want to go to is bad service. If we've been there and it's been horrible, don't take me back.
Okay, so yeah, that's my biggest thing about any restaurant. That's why I was talking to my wife the other night about the restaurant that my worst Valentine's Day happened at, Old Ever Grill. I had taken her there several times before myself, and she was saying, like, how many girls have you taken to that restaurant? And it was like upwards of 4 to 5, maybe more, but only because I know what I'm gonna get when I get there.
What do you get?
Like the menu always changes, so the menu is not what I'm referring to. I'm referring to the service. Like, I know I'm gonna get great service every time I go there, so that's where I'm going. Because if I don't get great service, I'm gonna act outside my character, and I don't want to do that.
What's $20 tip?
Never. Never. I mean, bad service, 8%. And I'm going to actually do the calculation, like literally 8%. And I'm going to do it to where it just evens out whatever my bill is. If my bill is $64, you might get like $5. Then make that just an even 70. Like,
do you put it on the card, or do you put the cash? Do you slide the cash in there and on with your card?
It's on the card. It's always going to be on the card. I rarely have cash in my pocket.
You know what? Go ahead. Finish. No. Please finish. Finish, because it didn't have anything to just go ahead.
It's just dating him. I was going to heckle him about just if he's ever put a $2 bill or a Raggedy bill in there at all.
No, never.
Oh, no. I was going to say, I don't like to carry cash either, but when I go out to eat, I like to carry cash because if I have to tip, I don't like the fact that they rerun your card for the tip. So that bothers me altogether. Like, it's a pending transaction until it actually comes out to be. No, that bothers me. So I like to either leave the cash or I just do it even number the same way that you said. Yeah.
Just so I can, when I'm doing my accounting, can make sure that it's there. There is. I want to make sure I cover everything I wanted to cover. So, since you're the only lady in the room, Nicole, I'm going to ask you, You prefer home cooked meals or reservations?
So, home cooked meals. That's the problem though, because if you can't cook, we can't. I gotta cook. That's fine.
Do you get an A for effort?
I would like to share the responsibility. Let me say something to you. I had an ex who couldn't cook, but he could make some things. Stick with what you know, and we're good.
So if
you
he
get
can
an A
make
for
fried
effort.
chicken,
I don't eat chicken, but he can cook on the grill. He can make like breakfast. So I mean, just rock with what you know. I'm good. But like, if you can cook like dead, excuse my language, if you can cook like in real life, chef it up, and you don't cook for me, that's a deal, bro. Why I don't get fed? Like, I'm out. I'm never coming back.
That's real.
I mean, I try to, even though I'm not a chef, I go out of my way to learn how to cook. Like, my whole
I can cook some good breakfast. I can cook some breakfast.
Exactly.
Everything else,
Look it up. That's it. At least I know I'm getting fed for breakfast. I ain't gotta worry about that one.
I don't know, man. With me, like, I'm so used to dating chicks who can't cook, don't want to cook, don't know how to cook, don't want to learn how to cook, man. They want. I'm so used to one-trick ponies. They just look good. My trajectory is like really raising now.
So I wasn't raised like that at all. My grandmother cooked everybody a separate dinner meal. My mother and my grandmother and both my sides of the family are from the South. So we are definitely, like, cooking is a labor of love. So if I cook for you and it's bad, it means that I didn't care nothing about you. Nothing at all. You probably pissed me off. But no, I think cooking is a labor of love. It's the effort that you put into it. Definitely.
I don't know, man. I'm like, I don't know. So lately, I've just been on this reservation thing. I'm really been feeling that because new millennium women are. I'm gonna make sure I'm not on live when I say this. It's a unique taste that they leave in your mouth when it comes to like your experiences with them. So you pretty much have to leverage and pull the table up to you and make things work that's gonna work for you. So
dating harder for you than it is for my age group?
I wouldn't say hard. It's just like we really have to have a larger tolerance and a broader, opener mind, so to speak.
For what?
Tolerance for numerous type of behavior patterns.
Like what behavior
patterns? It's a battle of dominance. You think it's a battle of control? Who's in control of the situation?
It's a battle of whoever, if the effort is real or not. Nowadays, I see a lot of chicks going to situations for free meals, free food, consistent attention. What else? Like, it's just not. So I'm
gonna tell you the honest to God truth. The only difference between your generation, my generation, and generations before is the technology that we had. The people's mindsets have always been this way. There was chicks in the 80s who was only after free meals. It's like it was grimy dudes in the 90s too. That was only out here knocking chicks up. Like the mentalities haven't changed. Just the ways they go about mentalities is different. It was cheaters before. Now people just write messages in people's DMs. Like, that's... You just get caught more openly now. You just put it that way.
Just for yourself. You got Instagram, you got video, which we on now.
Exactly.
Which I probably can say something controversial, but hey, I'm going to take everything that comes with it.
Man, it is what it is. But,
So you think like the lack of privacy is gone now? And the thing of dating now? The lack of privacy
That's
or
a lot of thirst.
Just being discreet.
So I have a thing. So like one, it's a very long-term relationship, but dating is very uncomfortable for me because I don't like. I'm like, okay, this energy of this person kind of thing. But I get skeptical when people start pulling out their phones and want to take pictures because if it's like the third date or something, that's cool. But I'm not. It's not like a reveal, like a baby gender reveal. Like it's not like. Like it's okay to take a picture together, but like posting it on social media, I kind of makes it look like it's something official and committed, and it hasn't gotten to that place yet.
But you don't know, you might have chose up by then just to get to that first date, because now it's like we literally have this thing where it's pretty much throwing football back and forth in the inbox, Throwing it back and forth, and if it's really, really that serious, it's text messaging, it's unlimited
But
free.
then you got the flip side to it. If you don't post anything, if you don't post it,
There you go.
That's a problem too.
There
So
you go.
I've had a chick tell me
Somebody
I tried to
like I'm
hide
sure
her, you right.
exactly.
I don't want to be seen and
That-
I'm playing.
But
How
see,
about that?
you're a
Like,
unicorn. You
I
are
don't-
a
like, if you're not
You're a
playing,
unicorn.
I don't wanna be
You're a
seen.
unicorn.
That's a battle. It's a battle.
You are a unicorn.
Like, it's one thing for a
They're-
24-hour snap, like y'all all out hanging out in a lounge or something. That's
Yeah,
one
no
thing. 'Cause it's
filter,
people,
yeah.
you know. But like Valentine's Day social media friends is not going up.
I will
Like,
say
it's
this
not
though.
happening.
If it makes it competitive and it rubs in their face like, oh yeah, you slept, this person took me out, you had a chance to follow through. Now, I would do it because it doesn't have this. It's this whole stigma with that comes with, oh, if I do that, it's gonna mess up my hoes. If I was scared, you would have been the hoes would have chose you up by now, right? Exactly. So
It's
it's all
it's
it's
too-
a whole
it's-
situation.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
But,
too
but I
much.
say this. But I say
It's
this.
too much.
If you a person, man, and you know you trying to be serious, don't. My motto is don't move foul. Don't make a person feel like, oh, this is the only person I'm talking to, and they really not. You know,
Exactly.
Women and men. Women and men.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Communication is key, and it's like in the tier of everything that you want in a relationship. The love, you want that to be there first, but right under the love has to come the communication.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you can't like be open and you like you said, be yourself to that person. Like,
And,
what are
and
you
most
doing?
of the time usually on the first date, you know, this is usually the first time meeting or whatever. Y'all both might be, let's say she might be talking to somebody, or you might be talking to somebody. The man might be talking to somebody. This is y'all first time meeting with each other in a physical form. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all gotta be willing to be open about that too. She might say, hey, you know, I'm still talking to this one guy. Boom, boom, boom. It's nothing serious, but at least she's letting him know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the dude. Let her know if that thought of being serious with them, because sometimes when you hanging out with people, it might not necessarily a relationship might not come out of it, but a great friendship or a great bond might come out of it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I agree.
I
And I think
I'm
that should
friends
definitely
on
have
Bossy.
great friends with
I am friend zone bossy, believe me. I've had people's dream girls, stallions, monsters, just like they want to see me be the best of me. I'm talking about athletic, physical specimens.
And I think once you can gain a woman's friendship, like a real friendship,
Yes,
you got something that most dudes want.
yes.
Yep.
No,
Yeah,
but
you do.
I'm saying because here's the thing. I think
it takes you make a distinction between who wants that, because most dudes don't, and that's just being honest.
Yeah, right.
Real men
Yeah.
may want a friendship with
Yeah.
the woman
You gotta know
and
you gotta
know how to progress that to
Mm-hmm.
something more if that's what she wants. But
right.
it's a lot of dudes that's out here just for the thirst.
Yeah.
They
But you-
they
I mean,
live
you know
for
that
it.
ain't
And
gonna
it's
Yeah.
and Instagram, these Instagram days is so easy to that, because girls are willing to show they behinds. Like, it's crazy
Yeah,
out
work
here.
like y'all did back in your generation. You gotta catch it up and dog.
But like you said, you gotta be disciplined though.
Yes.
Absolutely,
You gotta
absolutely.
get to know
You have to budget your attention how you budget your own money.
You gotta get to know her. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty sure you and your wife, you know, y'all great. Y'all foundation is y'all great friends. Like that, that's your man. It's like you can kick it with. You know what I'm saying?
Eighth grade.
Like you can kick it with.
grade.
You comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You could come around with the no shape up, and she still love you.
No,
You don't
we
gotta-
lost touch for a while.
You don't gotta have the shape up. She still love you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She knew you when you was sloppy. You feel me? So I'm saying it's like
Once the camera goes off, the hat goes on too. All right.
And so what you said though, having that transparency about what's going on in your life, because we didn't meet each other today and just forget about what happened the days before.
Yeah.
Some people don't want to have those conversations, and I don't know how to communicate without being honest about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people don't want to ask those questions. So you're thinking, okay, like of course you're seeing other people, right? Like, yeah, okay, so how's that going? Like, I'm not asking to take it in like, oh, he talks to some other girl, I'm out of here. I'm asking because I think it's a real conversation.
Exactly. You can't be afraid to have those.
Yeah.
Can't. You
It's a
absolutely
competitive
cannot.
game out here, man, and you pretty much got to protect what's priceless to you because you work so hard to get to it and get it. Whether that be that dream girl that you pretty much put that time into, or whether it be that guy that you opened up to and built with, you have to protect that relationship. Because a favorite rapper of mine said something that really stuck out to me, that really made me mature. Relationships are worth much more than you making chips. Quoting Sahara the Prince. And it really made me just reflect on, like, damn, like, no type of money can make a woman have that tight, sealed, titanium spirit bond with you.
Mm-hmm. So, since we are officially into a deep dive about this, I heard you mention Dream Girl.
Yes.
What is that? Because I've had 3 serious relationships in my life. The first one, I guess you could say it was puppy love. I was young, 18, fresh out of high school, smelling myself, my mom would say. And it was someone that I thought would be my dream girl. Physically, everything I wanted. Into me as much as I wanted her to be. But still not who I ended up with. And for a number of reasons that I'm not able to talk about right now.
But not, boy, that's the whole time.
Somebody else might see this video. Anyway, however, she, I guess in my, what I know that I want or wanted for a woman, the first thing I wanted is a woman who had a relationship with God first.
Amen.
Who had wanted a higher self, or
That's real.
a higher version of herself.
That's real.
Someone that was willing to be improved.
Malleable, open mind. That's real.
Yeah, somebody that was willing, who had the grit to actually build a relationship, because the relationships are gritty. Like, they're not always good. They are not.
To get to.
They are not always good.
Right.
So, like, it takes a special person to be able to be that, because from the outside, before you meet somebody, like your version of a dream girl, you can watch this person for all the time you want. You can see what type of person they are. From afar, you can watch their interactions with other people and think, oh man, this is such a great person. But until you try something together, it's like you don't know what that is. You don't know.
A dream girl is someone whose heredity and character matches up into a chemistry that works for me. Like, you name it, I've seen it. You name it, I've interacted with, as far as types go and lifestyles and things of that nature, because I kind of grew up in the event business. The undeniable chemistry and that undeniable attraction, it's kind of like living out a dream to me, because it's so hard to find two at the same time. So with me, it's I don't know, man. When I think dream girl, I think like you see her, everything stops. Traits that you pretty much dreamed of in a young woman, or a vision or an idea of like what you thought she was, and those things matching up into real life with a dash of what heredity dealt her. That's a dream girl to me.
So you want dream girl to me? Like I said before, man, I'm the type of guy where it's like I accept you for you, but I need to see that person in full. What I mean is, if you're a person if you're a woman who's like loud and expressive, be that. Don't change up because me. If you're a person who's quiet, kind of to themselves, don't. I'm like, don't change up who you are, but improve who you are.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I think I'm also just look for that. You know, like let's just say if I meet somebody. I'm just throwing an example out there. If I meet somebody and I see something here. You know, what's a way I can figure out the way to make that blossom. You know what I mean? Just try to just figure out a way to make her life better, her life easier.
That's that seed, beloved.
Lessen the stress that she may have going on. You know what I'm saying?
They make it.
Like I said, try to add, don't try to subtract.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
they make it.
Try to multiply. Just keep adding to the situation. Do as much as you can. You know,
be an asset rather than a liability.
Exactly.
I don't know, like dream guy.
You got a lot of questions to answer, man.
I think I've answered all the questions.
No, we still have a question that was in the
I don't know
beginning
what
of
you're
our
talking
talk.
about. I have no idea what you're talking about. So, for myself, I will always say it's energy. That the energy that person brings into the room, because I feel that before I see, before I really take a good look at a guy or whatever. But I definitely want him to be well-grounded and spiritual. Definitely want him to be well-rounded and intelligent, but with a great sense of humor. Everyone that I've ever had, I would say, a great relationship with, I've definitely had a connection of energy. Like, my spirit has, called me, to draw me to that person. So I don't really know how to explain that, because it's been someone one way, and then the other person is completely opposite of that person. It's just, I guess wherever I was in life drew me to that person. So, but it definitely has to be someone who is driven and motivated, and of course focused on themselves. I love to see people in their own grow, and I don't want them to kind of change their life to be directed toward what this is in versus what they are. But yeah, I mean, I don't dream guy. I don't know. So I think that the connection that I have with someone, if it's that powerful, then that's my, I guess, dream. But that's my ideal thing.
You touched on something several times tonight that I think is important. You're talking about your energy. And I remember last week on the show we were talking about mastering your singleness, which I feel like in order for you to tell if your energy matches well with somebody else's energy, you have to have mastered your energy and mastered yourself first. Before you can, because if you're all over the place, it is no way in the world you can be an asset to anybody else or anything like that, and not just in that current state. As you grow, you become a different. I'm not the same person I was at 28, at 31. I'm not the same person, so I have to constantly, improve myself so that.
Yeah, we all growing at the end of the day.
Right, but yeah.
We all growing and changing, and piggyback what y'all be saying. Like I said, you just want to be in addition to somebody. You want to be a help. Let's say if she has a business, you might come and say, hey, how can I add to this? Let's try to make things better. Come and try to make the situation better. And like you said, you just want to this just slipped my mind. Dang.
You gotta size her situation.
Yeah.
Literally, size her situation. Enhance, uplift, invest, and improve, reprove, reprise.
It's gotta be reciprocal, right?
Yes.
Absolutely,
absolutely.
Absolutely. And if you I think the good guys get so into what they're trying to give, they forget to actually check to see if they're receiving the same thing. So then you look up a year later into the dating phase, and you're deep into this relationship, and then it's just hold on, who are you? I'm not, my needs aren't being met. What's good? I don't know.
Because you gotta be happy for yourself at the same time.
Exactly.
And that's where a lot of guys really come into a lot of issues where they pretty much put the woman's happiness just to be one of those I need some company type guys. Versus just saying okay, I'm happy, she makes me happy. Now then a people pleaser mindset.
No, my bad. Go ahead. I remember what you said. You gotta first you gotta have yourself together first, in the sense of your peace of mind, your energy, and how your vibe is.
Exactly.
And I personally have reached a place in my life where I felt like I found that. So I'm I'm comfortable. You know, I'm not like, my approaching is not awkward no more. Like, you know how we were younger, we would probably be a little shy when we approach a woman, or be a little, you know, because we couldn't figure it out.
Right.
Once you come out your shell, once you figure out who you are, you know, okay, this is how I can attack a situation, this is how I can operate through the situation, and you know what's for you and what's not.
Exactly.
You can walk away from something unscathed with no problem.
And that's all that's all you can ask for in that sense, just to be comfortable from the approach to, even if you gotta you gotta have that difficult conversation where it's gotta be over, like still being comfortable in your skin with that conversation.
That's always tough.
It's tough. It's a tough conversation to have.
Like myself, I fall in love with ideas. Like, I feel that like once you get locked on those ideas, you fall in love with those ideas, and this is like, damn man, it's not even gonna be a reality.
You just gotta have that confidence in yourself. 'Cause like you said, a woman can tell when a dude this is not him.
Right.
Or he's using a mask, like he might be using some money, or he might be using his clothes or his materialistic things to hide the insecurity or the corner.
That's what a lot of dudes do.
And drink it away.
Yeah. You know, but you can make, like I said, you can make her laugh, make her have a good time, make her comfortable around you, make her vibe, and make her want to be around you. I think one of the most important things you can get from a woman is her time. If she can find a way to put you in her schedule, you won.
And that, I mean, again, that works vice versa. Yeah, it really works vice versa. But we've been talking for a grip now, almost an hour. Jesus. Anybody got closing thoughts?
Black Panther, Valentine's Day. Don't go broke.
Yo!
Don't go on overdraft. This is Dominique. This is Nicole. This is Matt. We're in the laundry room.
I mean, everybody was going to get a chance to get their closing thoughts, sir, while you just closed the show. Thank you. I appreciate you, sir.
It wasn't the show closing. It wasn't the show closing.
Everyone's going to get...
But the button is pressed when it goes to you.
What? I know.
Spin cycle.
Wow. You are boy.
I'm going back to that.
It's yes.
At the end of the day, man, love yourself. Love those who love you. Be peaceful. Be comfortable with who you are. Everything will be straight.
Yeah. Awesome. Closing remarks. So, Valentine's Day is coming, of course, right, ladies and gentlemen? I've got all your goodies because I'm your pure romance consultant.
Let's get the camera closer. Let's get the camera closer.
Listen, ladies, the purple boxes did not come out tonight. The purple boxes did not come out tonight, but I got you. So hit me up for all your pure romance gifts. And I'm also doing a 50 Shades of Grey movie premiere this weekend. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, hit me up on Facebook or Instagram at More Coco. All right, have a great week.
All right. This has been The Laundry Room, episode 3, the Valentine's Day episode. Of course, what I started the what is love question with is what I'll end with tonight. God is love, love is God. Thank you so much, you all.